Gachiakuta trailer just came out a few days ago. It's crazy, I just decided to make a video about the manga, and just like that, this trailer came out. Like, the coincidence was crazy, man. It just fell in line perfectly. And the thing is that I started it and I hadn't gotten around to read it. But then I started seeing like a lot of YouTube videos about the power system and how unique it is, and I got interested in it. As I watched the videos, I was like, wow, the power to give life to objects. That's really interesting. Honestly, it's one of the few animes I'm waiting on right now. So I read the manga a little, like I haven't gone too far. I just read it a little like that. What can I expect? Like so much action, like some kind of craziness, some mad craziness like Chainsaw Man kinda, and a whole kind of post-apocalyptic world. Some ideals that don't really align with society, and all around it's just a crazy experience. Let's see. Okay, let's get into the story. The main character is Rudo, this little guy here, and he sort of goes against the norm of the society. Like many people, just whatever everyone is doing, they just follow, kinda. They treat everything they throw out like trash, like it can never be repaired. Okay, let me just say that is, they treat trash like trash, but Rudo finds something special in them and actually takes care of them. So like when they take trash out, when they throw trash away, he goes and digs them up and finds some that are useful and takes them, repairs them and stuff. And sometimes he sells them too, gives them away. But that's action, him going to those trash that they've already thrown away and taking from them. The authority don't like it, like they really hate him, and they call him what? The struggler? No. They call him, let's see, what they call him? Man, can't remember right now, but anyway, he lives in a society, right? Let's see, the society is divided into like 3, but it's like 2, but there's a 3rd place. A place where normal people, like noble people live. Then a demarcated section where all this trash, in quotes, where the trash live. That's called the slums. So a while back, Rudo's parents have, let me just say, Rudo's parents aren't there anymore. Like his father got thrown into the abyss, but his mom, I'm not really sure, I don't think they've said anything about her yet. But she's not there, so maybe she also got thrown into the slums, also got thrown into the abyss, maybe. His father got thrown into the abyss, and his mom, maybe, also got thrown into the abyss. But anyway, he was alone, and somehow he starts living with this guy called Rudo. So let's see, let me tell you about the abyss. The abyss is like this kind of final destination where all trash ends up. So not just actual trash, but also people who are deemed as trash are thrown into the abyss. So that's how it is there. So Rudo has this crush on this girl, Chiwa. So he digs up some trash, he fixes up a doll he found and tries to give it to Chiwa, but he can't tell her, like he's complicated, he doesn't know how to express his emotions. So he runs away and keeps hiding till Red Go forces him to actually go and tell her and give her the doll. So at he finally gathers the courage and tells her, he runs back home and bumps into a guy on the way and stuff. But let me see, before that, Rudo was constantly getting bullied by the other people in the slums. Like, because there's like a rumor that his parents were murderers and they got sent into the abyss because of that. And people started treating him differently and bullying him because of that. It's kind of like a stigma where they say, if your parents are murderers, then you too must be a murderer. No logic. But that's how they started bullying him. Even the kids, the adults, all of them bully him there. But someone, the ray of light in his life, who doesn't bully him, apart from Red Go, of course, his family, the only other person who doesn't bully him is Chiwa. She trusts in him, and like when they're bullying him, she tells them to stop and says no, he's not actually a murderer and stuff. And he liked her because of that. So anyway, I say he bumped into this guy. Nothing really happened because of that. Then he reaches his home. But in getting there, oh boy, the worst thing that could ever happen. He sees Red Go just a breath away from passing away. Bro, that broke his whole mind. And just in time, Red Go told him to run away before the officials come, but he couldn't get out fast enough. So Red Go's death, Red Go's murder was pinned on him, and he was about to be thrown into the abyss. So the thing about this their culture in the slums or whatever, when they want to throw someone into the abyss, they will hang them from a chain, right? The abyss will be right below them. And then all the slums people, all the people in the slums will gather around and be shouting some slurs at the people. So this time it was Rudo's turn. People were shouting slurs, even though they didn't actually know the situation. They were just shouting slurs, calling him a murderer and stuff. But he was trying to speak some sense into them. And he noticed Chiwa in the crowd. He was like, Chiwa, don't believe them, like, go and investigate the murderer, blah, 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 blah. And just then, Chiwa had the only ray of hope, only point of light in his life. She just tilts her head away and says, so you're actually a murderer. Like, didn't believe him. Bro, this betrayal was like top 4 betrayals, man. Like, wait, let me ask you, between Rachel from Tower of God and Chiwa now in Gachiakuta, who do you let's say, who is more evil? Which betrayal hurts the most? Which betrayal do you think hurts the most? Bruh, as his final ray of light was snuffed out like that, after Red Go, now this girl Chiwa betrayed him, betrayed his trust and everything. The two only rays of light in his life snuffed out back to back. Like, without any buffer time, like just back to back, both of them snuffed out. Oh man, my boy lost it completely and started screaming. Like, that whole love for her turned into hate immediately. He was boiling with resentment and he vowed right there as he was falling into the abyss to off everyone mocking him. I guess Chiwa must be part of it. I hope she is. Okay, not I hope, that was crazy. Oh man. But why does this keep happening? I still haven't gotten over Rachel's betrayal and now I have to deal with this. Chiwa, is he a partner or what? And so he's thrown down, cast down even, almost like the son of the morning. That panel where he's cast down looks like... Okay, I don't actually know how it looked like, but it looks like the son of the morning getting cast down from heaven. And I think that was the exact image the author had in mind as she was doing this, as she was creating this panel. That image of Lucifer getting thrown down from heaven. I guess that was the inspiration for this particular panel here. But that's just my thoughts. That might not actually be true, but that's just the feeling I'm getting. It looks just represented too well. And another thing, because the place where he's falling from is called heaven too. I think that might just be, she might be inspired by that. She might be inspired by that for this panel. But the panel looks amazing though, just falling into the black abyss, completely dark, nothing in sight. That despair, the feeling, I just can't imagine it, man. And how old is Rudo, sir? How old is Rudo? What, like 11? Something like that. Anyway, he wakes up in that darkness, looks around, completely covered by trash. Like all around him, to the horizon, it's all trash everywhere. The smell, bro, can you imagine that smell? Like, that's not more a smell, that's a toxic environment, man. Anyway, he literally can't breathe there. And just then, something even worse happens. Seems like immediately something bad happens. Bad things just keep happening. As he drops down there into the abyss, that itself is bad. Then the next bad thing is no air there, just completely filled with fumes. Dirty fumes from trash. The whole atmosphere is filled with that stench. He just can't get rid of it, he can't breathe. And just then, another bad thing happens too. Some kind of monster made of trash starts... Some type of monster made of trash starts fighting him. I don't know, is he trying to eat him or what? I don't know. How do those trash eat people or what? I don't know about that, but they're called aberrant monsters. They gain sentience. They came to life because of people's thoughts. Because of thoughts. Kind of like how... Okay, that's for the future. Kind of like how Jinky are born. But that's for the future though. Anyway, they gain sentience by thoughts. And they attack anyone that makes noise there. And so this guy was getting attacked. And that scene looked so cool in the trailer when the monster attacked him. And he just hit him with his spanner or whatever. Bow! That was so hard, like aura, instant aura. This man, all the aura he lost from getting thrown down into the abyss, he gained it there immediately. But even though he did all that and tried to defeat it, the monsters can't be defeated except by a Jinky. I'll tell you what Jinkies are in a minute. But for now, he's saved by a guy in a mask who is known as Engine. So the power system in this world has to do with souls. So if you take care of something for a long time, it can gain a soul and can help you. So Engine saves him and takes him to some other place where some other people are. He just leaves him near there. And those people find him and like, they notice he's from heaven. That's what they call the place where he was thrown from. The place where he was thrown from, by the way, is a floating city. And where he is now, the abyss, is the actual surface. So the people that are in that floating city, they call them, well, that floating city is known as heaven to these people on the surface. And so the people that are thrown from there, or the people that come from there, are very special in these people's eyes. But not special in the way you would think, like they will start worshipping them or something. They immediately put this guy in chains, like in a whole cage. In chains plus inside the cage. And I was thinking they were good guys, like from the way Engine came in, I thought like he was a bad guy, like, well, not actually a bad guy, but he was just sort of not in, not out, you know, just in the middle like that. But him saving Rudo was kind of it was a good thing all around. So these nice people captured him and put him inside a cage with chains. Like he's already in a cage. Why do you need the chains? Why, man? Anyway, in that cage, as he sees the kind of life he's going to live now, he boils with anger, like the resentment takes over and he awakens his powers. So the Evas are these people who can bring things to life and gain power through them. And the things that they give life to, the things that have soul, are called Jinky. And normally a person can only use one Jinky, but Rudo can turn anything he touches into a Jinky, mainly because of his main Jinky, the gloves his parents gave him. So the main catch of this story is that Rudo can give trash life. But if you look at it from a wider lens, somehow he's also kind of like a Jinky, because he himself was also a so-called trash that was given life. Given life, I mean like his giver powers. So from here on onward, he joins Engine. Engine came back. No, Engine didn't come back. He was there the whole time watching. Somehow he knew that Rudo had the potential to be a giver. So actually he was testing him, trying to awaken that power in him. So from this point forward, Rudo joins Engine and becomes a janitor. And he also gains a teacher, this guy called Zanka, who will teach him how to be a cleaner and everything, how to be a janitor for real, and also how to use his powers. But the dynamic is crazy because they just can't get along. Like right from their first meeting, they started beefing. Like just straight up smoke, like over some random stuff. Okay, not really random, it was Zanka's Jinky that Rudo took, so that wasn't kind of random, that was like his whole thing, if you think about it. But like, even something like just a smile can turn into a whole internet beef with them. And there's this running gag about thirds, or doo-doos, whatever you want to call it. The author, K. Rana, said they'd be playing Find the Third in the panels. Like, it sounds like a fun working environment they have with Gudana, right? I don't know. Like, it sounds like they have a fun working environment there, just like Marvel. Anyway, let me introduce you to the other characters. This is Rio. We don't know much about her. This queen is Semu. Her jinky is her glasses, and she can see an aspect of a person, like their potential or true nature. But guess what happens when she tries to see through Rudo? Absolute glitchy darkness. Watching the solo leveling. There's no way this scene wasn't inspired by solo leveling. And they introduced the whole black character too, just for it. I mean, they might just be paying homage to it, but that's still a little weird because solo leveling is Korean. But what do you guys think? Did Gachiakuta copy / draw inspiration from solo leveling? Or is it the other way around? Either way, the scene still hits so hard and sort of shows us how deep and abnormal his potential is. With this shocked look on her face, same way he tries to play it off. But from this look Engine gives her, I'm sure he noticed something. He'll probably spin back when no one's around. Anyway, he takes Rudo to meet the other janitors, and we are exposed to a whole room of new characters. Whoa, they look so cool and mysterious. Is that nigga sucking a dummy? Is that his jinky? Like, I already have a whole backstory for him in my head. Check. It was a dark, rainy night in the city. A baby's cry pierced the night just above the abyss. And blah blah blah, he awakened as a giver when he was just a baby and was thrown into the abyss where he became toddler. Toddler. That's his name, man. I'm sure that's I'm not sure, but that might be his name. Hey, the name goes crazy though. Like, not gonna lie, the name goes crazy. Okay. That was kind of a bad backstory, but I'm sure none of you can top it though. Back to the panel, this one in the middle looks straight out of a Naruto chapter. Looks like that puppet guy from the Akatsuki. What was his name again? Seishiro, right? Or something like that. And check this guy out too, wearing a helmet. It'd be cool if his jinky is a bike. There'll be something like that one black spider woman in Beyond the Spider-Verse. After that, Engine takes Rudo to the boss's room to introduce him. The boss seems to be the most mysterious character, cause no one knows his jinky and its ability. Not even the oldest members of the janitors. But somehow they still respect him so much. That's weird. Does his jinky have a more immaterial aspect of some kind? Maybe even something that can't be seen perhaps. Either way, the boss isn't in, so that's where the tour ends and Rudo is asked to join a cleanup by Ryu. At this point, I'm thinking of covering 5 chapters each video till I'm caught up. Then from there, I'll start on every latest chapter gets its own video. Anyway, leave your thoughts in the comments, and because I love y'all, I'll bless y'all with this panel as an outro. Ciao.